This video will provide information on things to do and not to do when filing for a divorce petition, as well as relevant facts from countries such as the US, UK, Australia, and Canada. So keep watching if you want essential tips on choosing your lawyer. When selecting a lawyer for your case, there are certain factors that must be considered. For example, reputation. Make sure that you find out what other people think of their services by asking friends or family members who have used them before. Look online for reviews too. Experience. Ensure that the lawyer has experience in dealing with cases similar to yours so that they can offer sound advice throughout the process. Cost. Consider both fixed fee options and those where fees are based on hourly rate, so you can get an idea of how much money is likely to be involved in total before making a decision. It's also worth bearing in mind some tips about what not to do when filing for a divorce petition. Don't rush into anything. Ensure that all available options have been explored first. Don't go directly through court proceedings without seeking legal advice first. Avoid using inflammatory language during negotiations or exchanges with your spouse. It is also important to take into account cultural differences between countries when looking at statistics related to marriage dissolution rates. For example, USA versus UK. The latest figures indicate that while divorces accounts for around 40% of marriages in America annually, this figure dips slightly lower, 37% in Britain. Australia's rate stands at just over 39%, while Canada comes somewhere between these two nations at 38%. Ultimately, though, it should be noted that regardless of location, every couple's situation is unique, which means specific details could vary significantly depending on each individual case. This video does not provide legal, financial, or tax advice. The information provided in this video is for informational purposes only and should not be interpreted as legal advice. If you require legal advice, please contact a qualified attorney, for example, by signing up for a free course on our website Divorce Lab Pro. We will connect you with the pre-selected lawyers or other experts you may need. Join our free course to learn how to navigate the divorce process. Learn about the negative impact of divorce on you, children, and family, and how to protect your rights. Pre-selected experts are available to help men through this difficult time. Get it free now at Divorce Lab Pro. If a man is considering filing for divorce, it is important to speak with his spouse first and attempt to resolve the issues before taking any legal action. Research divorce laws in the applicable country, an individual state or province. This will help provide an understanding of what type of legal proceedings are necessary and expected throughout the process. Compile a list of questions to ask potential attorneys when searching for one that fits well with your needs. Questions should include experience in similar cases, fees, availability, communication style, etc. Consider seeking out specialized attorneys who focus on family law if there are children involved or other special circumstances regarding property division or spousal support payments. These lawyers have more expertise and experience handling those types of cases than general practice lawyers do. Interview several different divorce attorneys in order to make an informed decision about which attorney best suits your needs before making a final choice. Ask friends, family members, or colleagues if they have personal recommendations for good divorce attorneys they've used successfully in the past, but be sure to follow up with questions during interviews, as each case can vary greatly depending on individual details and circumstances surrounding it. Check references provided by previous clients if available, as well as online reviews or ratings from trusted sources such as IVVO or Martindale-Hubbell Law Directory. These can give insight into how others felt about their experiences working with this particular lawyer firm during their own divorces. Make sure you understand all costs associated with hiring a lawyer, including retainer fees paid up front, hourly rates versus fixed-rate options depending upon whether litigation is likely. Also consider non-legal related costs such as mediation services, which may need separate payment arrangements outside those from typical court proceedings. Seek guidance here too so nothing surprises you down the line. Ensure that both parties agree on who will pay for legal expenses incurred during negotiations. Typically, this responsibility falls primarily onto whichever spouse initiated proceedings, although some states require equal sharing regardless, so review local statutes prior to signing contracts agreements between yourselves and respective counsels representing each party respectively accordingly. Do not sign any documents without first having them reviewed by qualified counsel. Mistakes made now could come back later, causing more headaches than necessary, due time delays and extra paperwork needed. Just undoing previously done work. Avoid at all times, even though sometimes tempting otherwise. Choosing the right lawyer is crucial when considering taking any action involving legal matters like divorce petitions. It can mean getting better terms from settlements or avoiding costly mistakes during negotiations. Due diligence needs doing beforehand, however, researching lawyers' reputation and experience levels being key components amongst others, such as cost considerations, etc. In addition, knowledge regarding laws applicable across different countries should form part of this research, since local legislation may affect outcomes one way or another along with other aspects. At the end of the day, though, no matter where someone might live, preventing marital breakdown altogether still remains best option whenever possible, given potential social and financial implications all round. So bear this mind next time reach point having contemplate parting ways. Join our free course to learn how to navigate the divorce process. Learn about the negative impact of divorce on you, children, and family, and how to protect your rights. Pre-selected experts are available to help men through this difficult time. Get it free now at Divorce Lab Pro.